Hello mate and welcome back. Another amazing pixel art tutorial / creation video. So in this one I want to make some kind of vase or something, or vase if you're an American. I haven't tackled something like this just yet, so I'm kind of keen to give it a go. So one of the things about this particular subject matter that is important to remember is you need to know how big your character is in the game. If these are sprites for a video game, generally speaking your character is going to be one size. In the case of the game that I have in mind for this particular video, the character is 16 pixels wide by 32 pixels tall. And as such I need to make sure that my props are kind of reflect that size. Now one of the things that you'll see in a lot of top-down pixel art games and platformers is that some of the dimensions are a little bit fast and loose, shall we say. It's interesting, let's just say that. So for me, I want my character to be, I want the sizes to be reasonably realistic in this environment. So I don't want my vase to be 2 meters tall, because they don't exist. There's no such thing as a 2 meter tall vase. Well, there may very well be, but let's just say that in the average sort of environment, the average household, they aren't. Most of the time they're going to be maximum of 1 meter tall, usually less than that. So we can obviously be a little bit free with what we do, but at the same time we want to bear in mind that it's important to keep the dimensions relatively sensible. Anyway, without waffling any further, let's just crack on. So I'm going to go for the 1 meter line being my absolute kind of horizontal center line of the top of my vase. So that's obviously not right. So I'm going to go with maybe 2 pixels, and I want it to be quite wide. There we go. That's more the kind of thing that I'm looking for, and I'm just blocking out color at the moment. It's going to be got a narrow neck, so we'll come down a couple of pixels. I might start coming out a bit more. I think I might come something like that perhaps, and then just going to remove. Yeah, I know there's keyboard shortcuts. I haven't quite grasped or got to grips with them yet, so I'm thinking maybe I need to. No, that's E for eraser. So I think if I come up like this, that gives it a sweeping out motion. And then I can go into the edge and then come back in. Maybe just go straight into something like that, or perhaps give myself a little bit more wiggle room. Do something like that. That's not too bad. It doesn't look much. It's more like a sort of bulby pot than a vase, but it's given us a shape to work with. Now I'm going to pick a color. I'm going to go with a really dark, deep blue for my initial color. And now we've got to add some highlights to it. So just go for there and there. And then we're adding a highlight, so we want to go towards yellow. And we're already on blue, so it doesn't really matter which way we go. But so I'm going to go in that kind of direction. So we know that our vase's bottom rim looks a bit like that. And I think I might go up one more bit just for make it look really shiny by adding some highlight there like that. That's cool. And then there's going to be a little bit of a reflection perhaps down the side somewhere as well. So if I just pick that color, if we put it to one side, this is where we can add a little bit of depth. So it's not going to be all the way down, so it's probably going to be more kind of in this area, something like that. And then again we're going to add some mid value there, and then some highlight value just there, just to give that a kind of a bit of a shine. And if looking at it, does that look all right, or does that look a little bit too, proportions might not be spot on? So what we can do is we can just, I'm just going to do it the easy way. And then grab that. There we go. That looks a little bit more sensible. Okay, so now we've got our basic. Now we need to add a shadow. So we grab this color again, go dark, up on the saturation. We're already in blue, so we don't need to go too much further. So again, this one's going to be something like that. And then go even darker for the absolute bottom of the vase, like, oh no, that's wrong. Do that, do that. So now we've got our shadow there. Now we also need to put a shadow underneath the lip there, but we also need to concentrate on this bit in the middle here. So inside there is also going to be kind of a shadow. Now we've got this color and this color, so I really want to pick colors in between just to add a little bit more of a gradient to the inside of that lip there. That looks okay, and then we can also add that inside that bit there. So now you can see we've got a nice vase with a highlight around the rim, shadow in there, and most importantly, it's not too tall. It's, you know, kind of about half the height of the character. So now we can just put our shadow on it. Now, depending on what you're using this for, some people may put, like, the shadow might be something that they add in the actual game engine itself, and there's no harm in doing it that way, obviously. Right, so come out one more there, one more there. I think that looks okay. That works for me. And then we can just jazz it up by adding some kind of pattern or something here. Perhaps grab this color, not quite as bright as this color. Maybe go a little bit more towards the cyan region, bring it back, and then we could just add like a picture of, it doesn't even have to be a picture, it could just be some kind of sparkly effect or something. We don't want too many dots to be connected, because then it would look like it was something else going on, but just something, a little bit of kind of an interest in the surface. But I don't know, I'm pretty happy with that overall. I think that looks quite good, so I'll keep it nice and simple. Sometimes less is more. We don't want this to be too eye-catching, because then we end up drawing the player's eye away from what they're actually supposed to be concentrating on. So if this was going to be something that the player could interact with, maybe like a pot they can destroy, then obviously, yeah, you'd give it an outline or something to make it stand out. But if it's just going to be a piece of background scenery, then leave it like this and it'll be absolutely fine. Alright, cool beans. Thanks very much for watching that, guys. Hope you found it useful. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, you take damn good care of yourselves, alright? Bye bye.